In our research, we come across over and over again that there are many, many things that should be done to protect consumers, especially in the financial services area, and they don't get done because of politics, to put it bluntly. Things get compromised, traded off, put aside, etc. Do you think there's a role for somebody, a consumer minister or such, to be a non-political, independent expert in the financial services area that can step in and say, as some new policy is being initiated, that this practically simply isn't going to work, however many votes it may get? This is what Eamon Holmes was on about last night on his program, is that sometimes it seems to be all about votes and the consumer is the last one really to be considered. So we're very adamant about that. We can see examples of it everywhere. The fallout in the Wonga depositors, for example, who are now going to be made to pay debts, probably to hedge funds that buy their loan book, who actually would have been in a position not only not to have to repay the debt, but probably to get the principal and interest they paid back for being sold loans where they didn't meet the affordability test. So that's going by the wayside. If there was somebody who could push for legislation that these people who are proven cases of affordability not being considered would rank above secured creditors, there would be some equality restored to the situation. Nobody seems to do that. It's all politicians negotiating things back and forth. And in the financial services area, certainly, we think the consumer suffers.
This is always the argument for a technical bureaucracy rather than democracy. That this shocking thing called politics intervenes and people do things because they want to win votes and that harms consumers. Well, no, it doesn't actually, because who are voters? Voters are consumers. Politicians are on the side of consumers. And no, I don't think there is a technocratic solution to these problems of fair-minded bureaucrats who will get the decisions right. Indeed, I think the whole trend in recent decades has been wrong. It's taken away accountability. There have been more of these unaccountable, unelected officials who make decisions, like the Financial Conduct Authority, which is hardly accountable to Parliament or to ministers at all. And if something goes wrong, who do you complain to? Who gets redress of grievance for you? So no, I think that's the wrong way to go. I think that politicians, actually subject to the requirement to win a democratic mandate, are more likely to get these decisions right than a fair-minded technocrat.
And independent authority, yeah.
We've got millions of, well, not millions, but we have so many independent authorities, and they turn out to be unaccountable bureaucracies who make decisions that you can't then get overturned because there's no ability to get redress of grievance, and I don't think this system works.
Bank of England Governor Mark Carney announced a while ago that he foresaw a 35% drop in the property market as a possibility. Then announced that, of course, he wasn't saying that would happen. It's just their duty to project these sort of things. But the scenario will be released in November, and how do you think that will affect the already seriously damaged housing market?
Well, I think this follows on from the question you were asking me before, that you appoint these unaccountable technocrats thinking that they will be fair-minded and even-handed, and they turn out to be second-rate politicians. And I'm afraid that's the situation with the Governor of the Bank of England, here, failed Canadian politician who's come to try and run the UK economy. I think it's a mistake to have appointed him.
You're right. We won't mince any words about that.
No, we will not. No, I'm not a great one for mincing words.
Absolutely.
I think he has brought discredit upon the Bank of England, and that he has abused the independence of the Bank of England to become involved in the Brexit debate, and his statements are politically tainted.